if you do take photographs or videos of them, to not post them in any manner or anything. Okay.
All we get was a go back to the building for a removed subject. We don't know if you're irate. We don't know if there's a fight breaking out. We don't know what's going on. So we come to check. Obviously, I pulled up. You're outside. So technically, you're not in the building anymore. So we don't need to remove you. But he's just going to go inside, figure out, what's going on in there.
Yes. You can't just walk up to a facility without getting some type of writing, something that's valid to come onto a property and just start recording.
Welcome to Mr. White, the place where real encounters between law enforcement and the people unfold before your eyes. At the Geary County government building, a deputy sheriff and a lieutenant tried every possible way to force an independent journalist out of a public facility, even though he had not violated any law. Meanwhile, at Worcester County Jail in Maryland, correctional officers insisted that the public area outside the jail was private property, going so far as to threaten calling the police without any legal basis. These two places are over 1,200 miles apart, yet they share the same issue: abuse of authority and a lack of legal understanding. The central figure, Sean from the Long Island Audit channel, demonstrated that calmness and legal knowledge can dismantle baseless commands. The original footage comes from Long Island Audit. Be sure to visit the channel to see the full journey, and if you support government accountability, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video with Mr. White. The fight for justice begins with awareness, and you are a vital part of it.
I work here. Why are you recording? We do. The girls.
Well, I'm not recording girls. What capacity do you work here in your name?
What are you doing here?
In what capacity do you work here?
I'm the office manager. What are you doing?
And your name is?
I don't need to give that to you.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't need
Isn't
to
that...
give that, sir.
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm gonna have you just step out here with us.
For what?
Because we need to talk to you, so just go ahead and step out here with us.
Oh, we can talk right here, right?
I'm gonna have you step out here.
Why would that be? Can I get your name and badge numbers, please?
Yep, we can do that when you step out here.
But why would I need to step out there?
Outside.
Are you conducting business in here?
Yeah, for sure.
What business are you
I would ask that you de-escalate and identify yourselves, please. I would just, respectfully, because I don't like the way that... Sorry, sir.
What business are you conducting here?
Ma'am, what business of that is yours, to be honest with you? And you're not even identifying yourself to me as a law enforcement officer.
My vest identifies who I am. My name tag identifies who I am.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
So we got a call. That's fine. You don't have to know how to pronounce it. We got a call.
I mean, I would like
that
to.
you were in here. And that you needed to be removed from here.
Okay, and that's what you're trying to do, correct?
Well, I was just trying to talk to you.
No, you're trying to order me to leave.
No, I said, can you step out here?
And I politely refused, and I said we could talk right here.
Okay.
And so we could lower our voices and not interrupt any business.
What business do you have here?
Oh, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
I'm taking some pictures and video.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Can I get your badge number or anything that...
G704 is my badge.
G704. And your name, sir, and badge number?
I'm Lieutenant Jones, 640.
Lieutenant Jones. Thank you, Lieutenant. I appreciate it.
All right, so what you need?
I don't need anything. I didn't call you,
Okay,
sir.
well, if you don't need anything, you need to leave the building then.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're not here to conduct business, you need to leave.
I am conducting business, sir. I'm conducting constitutionally protected business, sir.
Okay, are you...
Did you take an oath? Did you take an oath to uphold the Constitution, sir?
Are you here at the motor vehicle trying to pay your registration, or...?
Sure, I'm documenting the motor vehicle as an independent journalist, which is a constitutional right afforded to me under the First Amendment, sir. So, which is the Constitution that you both took an oath to uphold. So I'm respectfully, sir, I don't want to escalate the situation. I'm really just trying to de-escalate it at this time. But you telling me to leave a public building that I help fund, it's violate my rights like that. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate the escalation by this officer here. I feel like this right here is disrupting business.
Having to redirect customers.
Yeah, that's your fault, sir. No, but that's your fault.
You to step out in the hallway so we can discuss why you're here and what constitutional whatever you got going on.
Well, I don't want to disrupt business, sir. That's not my intention. So I have no problem. You guys can.
Trying to conversate right here in front of their doorway.
I know, but technically that's your fault, sir, not mine. Business was not halted until you got here, ironically. So I don't want to interrupt business in any way. I'm trying to de-escalate. I explained to the women why I was here. The woman here at the desk, Sheila. I told her my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video for a story. I told her exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not being suspicious, whatever that means, or, I'm just trying to take some pictures and video of the building here.
Okay.
You're
I
trying.
just said just go and stay over
You're-
until we get this sorted
you're
out.
trying-
We're not trying to make it worse. We're not trying to.
You are,
make-
because you're trying to tell. First, you told me to leave the building. You're ordering me to
I
leave the
didn't tell
building.
you to leave the building.
You told me
He
to.
told you to the building. I said, can you step outside into the hallway?
Yeah, when I told you no,
asked you.
no, yeah, you asked me,
Okay.
and then when I told you no, you became very assertive and
Because
tried to
there's
tell
people
me.
trying to get in here, trying to do business, and you're disrupting.
You're
the business.
disrupting the business, ma'am. You are, not me. And when I'm trying to walk away freely, you're telling me to stay here. So I'm gonna have a legal question for you right now.
Because we're trying
Am I
to
being
figure out what's going
okay?
on right
Am
now.
I being detained?
No, you're not.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and videos, sir. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the Treasury Department here and just the whole building in general. Actually, I'm just
Right on,
working
man.
right here. So
How long
yeah,
you been a journalist?
going on 2 years now.
Oh, how you like it?
I love it. I love it. I honestly love it. Does it pay well? I guess so.
Okay, that's good.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's more about doing what you love, right?
I got you. No, fair enough. I mean, law enforcement don't pay that great, but I loved it. So
Yeah, it's
I know the feeling.
it's more about doing what you love.
Exactly. Right on. So with independent, do you like write stuff and then like give it to?
Yeah, it's more video format, and
Okay.
I'm independent, meaning that I have my own platform, so
Okay.
I post my stories to my own platform for public consumption.
Oh, okay, so like YouTube or something like that.
Yeah, YouTube, all the social medias, definitely.
How long you been doing that for 2 years?
Yeah, for 2 years now, yes, sir.
So you get like paid through YouTube or something like that?
Oh yeah, YouTube, other various social media, you know.
Right on.
Exactly, yeah.
And I was talking to my wife.
How long have you been a law enforcement officer?
Let's see. April's gonna be 5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so not too long. Not too long at all. And I was recently talking to my wife about it. She does real estate, and she's like trying to blow up her social media.
Yeah,
you know,
it's important.
and like that. And she's like, I could maybe get some income out of this. And I was like, well, how many viewers do you need to
Yeah.
actually like monetize?
So in order to get monetized, you need to have on YouTube, in order to get monetized, like anyone can have a YouTube channel, right? But in order to get monetized through YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of watch hours and a certain amount of, I think it's like 4,000 watch hours. And then a thousand, no, just in general,
Oh, in
just in
general.
total.
Okay, I gotcha.
And then 1,000 subscribers. And there's one other, don't know, but 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. There's one other thing, I think, but I don't
gotcha.
remember.
I imagine that
But
takes
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it does take time. It does take time.
But
For me, I was
you
actually
hit
pretty
that level
blessed.
and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I've already hit that level. I hit that level a long time ago. You know,
That's what's
I've been
up.
very blessed and fortunate, so it's been
That's good.
I assume since it's out of state, I have
That's
been very
that's
good.
where all the money is nowadays.
yeah, social media.
See all
Yeah,
these
I
kids
mean,
like 16 years old and they're millionaires from like
yeah.
video games. They're just
That's not me, but I do see those. My son watches, this kid who opens.
Ryan's Toys?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Like,
that
like
kid-
like a zillion.
Yeah, millions. Or I also have a 10-month-old, and he watches this YouTube channel called Miss Rachel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that one
And
too.
so Miss Rachel, she speaks very clearly, and it's like a very a baby show, like toddler show, and I think she makes like $700,000 a month.
Well, that's how what's
A month.
you know Blippi, right?
Yeah.
That's how Blippi got his start.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
On
yeah, yeah,
YouTube, and
yeah.
He's on Netflix. He's
Yeah.
I think Nickelodeon. He's on everything.
It's insane. It's insane. I can't fathom the amount. I'm like, and when you're doing stuff for kids, especially small kids, it makes a lot of sense because what are the parents are doing? They're putting Miss Rachel on over and over and over and over again.
Constant views while they're busy,
Yeah.
cooking, cleaning, doing everything else.
She was a preschool teacher, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I saw like a little interview she did. But yeah, she was a preschool teacher. Now she's some famous YouTube star. I'm not there yet, but I
Hopefully
hope
someday, right?
Hopefully someday. That's the goal. That way we can affect some real change,
I gotcha.
for sure.
Are you like trying to get some change around here or something?
Yeah, just change in government in general.
Okay, I gotcha.
That's basically it. Change in government in general. Excuse me, sir.
How you doing?
good.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Ticket somewhere.
That I couldn't tell you.
I haven't seen anybody take a ticket, sir.
Be a little
You
machine.
can talk to Sheila.
You live local?
No, I don't actually live local now. No. But yeah, listen, man, Garcia, your de-escalation technique is great. Great. Very commendable, There's no, and I don't really think it's a technique. I think you're just a good person, right? I think you're just having a good conversation with me, right?
There's nothing wrong with talking to people.
No. I mean, it's
Nice consensual encounter here.
yeah, exactly.
Talk to you all
Exactly. Exactly. Some officers, I've run across some officers that don't really do that too much.
I got you.
know?
All right, if you don't mind, the ladies around here said if you do take photographs or videos of them, to not post them in any manner or anything. Okay?
Well, my intention is not to record it by individual.
And then also just don't disrupt the business, okay? Don't
Yeah,
interrupt the
definitely not doing
customers,
that.
Don't interrupt anybody like that, because then, you know, obviously you'll be breaking the law at that
Oh,
point.
sure, of course, yeah. I'm not about breaking the law, Lieutenant.
Hey, appreciate you, man.
Garcia, nice meeting you,
good
sir.
day. Hey, stay
You have a
warm
good
out
one.
there.
Thank you. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Did you make them mad or something?
Excuse me?
Did you make them mad or something?
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, because they called us back for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you need to talk to the county clerk because I went in to do a open records request,
Okay.
and she said, "Why are you filming?" And I told her, "I'm an independent journalist, ma'am. I'm just documenting my process of." And she got really upset.
I got you.
So I guess she called you guys back.
Yeah.
And you guys have to come back. You could just tell her on the phone, like,
No, it's part of our job, man.
Yeah.
We gotta show up, you know.
yeah, I hear you.
Just, you know, all we get was, hey, go back to the building for a removed subject. We don't know if you're irate. We don't know if there's a fight breaking out. We don't know what's going on. So we come to check. Obviously, I pull up. You're outside. So technically, you're not in the building anymore. So we don't need to remove you. But
Yeah.
he's just gonna go inside, figure out, you know, what's going on in there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back inside too. I want to see what's going on.
East Coast?
East Coast, yeah.
You ever been to California?
Never.
Never?
Never once. Never once.
weather.
I'll head out there eventually.
You ever been in Alberta before?
I have.
That's good.
I when I was in Utah. That's the first time. That's the first time I ever had an Alberta.
You're at Whataburger?
Huh? No, never had that.
There's that big debate on which one's better.
Yeah, I gotta try it then.
No, I think In-N-Out's better, but some people swear Whataburger is. So.
For sure. I definitely have to try it.
So you live out in New York, so you just like going
I
on.
travel the country, yeah. I'm an independent journalist, so I work for myself and I just travel the country and I document different government buildings and
Okay.
do open records requests for public information.
Okay. So you just do
salaries.
that, just kind of stop and
Yeah, exactly.
do that at random cities.
Yeah, just random cities across the country. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
nothing illegal about it.
Exactly.
So,
Especially when I try to be the nicest person I can be.
I mean, I think people just,
Yeah.
today's world, man, I think people just get uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I tell them exactly, and I can't control people's feelings. That's why I try and de-escalate it. So I'm like, hey, the county clerk. That's why you're here again. The county clerk. She's like, all I did was do this open records request, and she's like, what are you recording for? But like aggressive, like not to the point where she's worried. It's more of a point. It's more to the point where she's offended that she. It's not a worrying thing. It's not like she doesn't think that I'm going to come in there and do anything crazy. She's just like, how dare you record in my office? Yeah. I said, well, ma'am, this is the people's room. And that's what I'm trying to.
So, does this happen often, though?
Yeah, unfortunately it does. The government workers, they think that a lot of the time, unfortunately, they're like, this is my office. And ma'am, respectfully, this is the office of the people, the taxpayers. You should. And it's not a good thing. Like, she didn't set a good example for her county.
So are you driving from like New York?
No, not drive. Sometimes I drive. So if it's close, or I fly. Yeah.
You flew out here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Where'd you fly into?
I flew into Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Kansas City. Yep.
Then would you rent a car? And
Yep.
go out
Mm-hmm.
here? Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Everything good here? Yeah. What kind of car did you rent?
Lincoln.
A Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Be on the lookout for a Lincoln now.
You gotta look out the West Coast, man.
Yep, for sure.
In Alberta.
The first video, filmed at the Geary County Government Building, is a clear demonstration of how legal knowledge can completely shift the outcome of a seemingly unfavorable situation. An independent journalist who violated no law was still ordered to leave a public space simply for filming. However, through calmness, determination, and a firm understanding of his rights under the First Amendment, he forced the officers to back down without being able to cite a single valid legal justification. If you thought that incident was intense, the next video will surprise you even more. A citizen directly confronts correctional officers in the state of Maryland simply for filming outside a jail. Don't leave the video just yet, because the next segment will make you question who is truly overstepping their authority.
County property? Yeah, I know that. I was just asking if I could help you with anything. You called me over here.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were going back there.
Oh, I was just taking a look around.
For what?
Just taking a look around in the public areas and just wanted to see the correctional facility. What's your name?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
No, I'm just asking what's your name.
You can't be back in here.
Oh, sure I can. There's no signs that say it's a restricted area or anything like that. Where does it say that?
You have to go out this way.
There's no signs anywhere that around here. It says fire lane, no parking. I'm not in a vehicle. I'm not parking. Yeah, I wouldn't be in a restricted area, that's for
Why are you
sure.
recording me?
Well, just because you called me over here, I was taking some pictures and video. I wouldn't be recording you if you didn't tell me to come over here.
Right, because you can't be here. I'm just letting you know.
Why can't I be here?
Because you can't.
What's your name?
It doesn't matter.
Sir, I'd like to know who I'm talking to.
You go this way, get in your car, and exit.
You work for the correctional facility? Call the sheriff. Call them. Call the sheriff.
All right, come on, let's go this way.
No, I'm good. I'll wait for the sheriff.
No, you're coming this way.
No, I'm not. Sir, hey, how are you? You mind if I get your name?
Hunter.
Hunter? Nice to meet you, Hunter. Thanks. Was that hard? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Nothing much. I'm just taking a look around the facility here. I was over there just looking at the basketball courts. Basically just checking out the publicly accessible areas. Well, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm working on a story on the jail here, the Worcester County Jail. So
I like to look though, like you recording the jail, like you might try to break somebody or something like that.
well, I would assume that if somebody's trying to break somebody out, they wouldn't do it like in broad daylight in the open, having conversations with the correctional officers.
But recording the jail, walking around the whole facility recording.
Right.
Just a little weird.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are weird in life.
True.
You know, it's all about perspective. To me, it's not weird. I don't know. So, are any of you like a supervisor or you just correctional officers?
No.
Gotcha.
You need one?
I don't need one. No, I don't need one. I'm good.
You just recording?
Yeah, I mean, I was over there. I didn't even go inside. I'm not trying to, I wasn't trying to record any of you here. I mean, if you're out in public, then yeah.
I'm just saying, like, what is it for though? Like,
I just told you though. I'm
saying,
not being
what's
like.
the story? No, I get it, but I just.
Oh, it's a story on the correctional facility. I gotten a lot of complaints from, family members of people that are incarcerated here. Just different tips, and I'm working on a story. So I just wanted to get some B-roll footage of the layout here. Definitely not looking to go inside the county jail. If I did, I would contact the sheriff. So, yeah, I mean, basically it.
Get a sergeant out here to talk to you.
Yeah, no problem. That's fine. See, was it that hard? He gave me his name. He was polite.
I mean, I was being polite. It's just weird for you to be here, so.
It's just weird. I literally just told you everything.
Hello.
Why I'm here, what I'm doing. I don't know what else. Huh?
Makes me feel uncomfortable when you record it, that's all.
It makes you feel uncomfortable you record. Okay. That I'm recording you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, just gonna point out the obvious that there's like a whole bunch of cameras
That's how I spotted you.
in and out of the facility. Those don't make you uncomfortable?
Those don't go to the public.
Oh, they could if somebody requested them, right? And they can watch you on your phone while you're working or whatever else you do. I don't know. I have no idea. But that would make me more uncomfortable. Somebody watching me while I'm working, right? Without me knowing it. Maybe we'll get the recordings here and I'll take a look. I mean, people who are usually uncomfortable with recordings, it's because like they have something to hide, right? I mean,
Like what?
I don't know. It's a question, right? It's a question. I have no idea. How long have you been working here?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right. Fair enough.
Where you from?
Fair enough. I really just like to, you can't detain anybody, right? You don't have that kind of authority. All right, cool. So I'll just wait here for the sergeant, I guess.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Appreciate it. Whatever I want to do. So we're going to wait for the sergeant, ladies and gentlemen. You see the differences between two correctional officers and how they interact with the members of the public. It's a lot different. And you get a different result. I'm more forthcoming about what I'm doing. Oh, while you're out here, you want to give me a tour of the inside?
No.
No? Hey, what's your name?
Sergeant Douglas, how can I help?
Sergeant Douglas, nice to meet you, Sergeant Douglas. No, I don't need any help. I was just talking to Officer No Name here. I don't know his name.
Okay, what's it in reference to?
What in reference to?
What are you talking to him about?
Well, no,
Can
he
we help
came.
you with anything?
No. He came out here to speak to me. And again, I just asked what his name was, and he didn't want to give
so
it.
Why are you on the property? That's what I'm saying. Like, did you need something?
No, I don't need anything. I'm just getting some B-roll footage. I'm just recording the
Yeah,
basketball
you can't do
footage,
that.
the basketball court.
That's not legal, my man.
That's not legal, really?
No.
What?
No. This is technically like private property. You can't just walk up to a facility without getting some type of writing, something that's valid to come onto a property and just start recording.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Unfortunately, you can't do that.
What law is that?
I'm not quite for sure. I'm sure if you look it up or Google it, you can find it.
Okay. I mean,
All right?
but you're the one bringing it up.
Yeah. So look, listen. If we can't help you with nothing, you can't be on private property just recording.
Well, if it's private property, who owns it?
It's owned by 10-4. It's owned by the jail, sir.
The jail?
Yes.
And who's the jail owned by?
By the county administrator. So therefore,
By the county, right?
unless you have permission from them, you can't be out here just recording stuff.
Sir, all due respect, I don't need permission to be here.
That's fine. I'm asking you to leave. I can call the local authorities.
You could do that.
Need be. Okay?
You could do that.
All right, come on, Foster.
Foster. There you go. Nice to meet you, Foster.
Thank you for watching until the end of this video on Mr. White's channel. There are 2 videos, 2 different locations, one at the Geary County Government Building in Kansas, and the other at Worcester County Jail in Maryland. Yet both raise the same critical question: how many individuals within the government truly understand and respect civil rights? In both situations, the central figure carried no weapons, caused no disturbance, and broke no laws. The only thing he brought was a camera. In a firm understanding of the First Amendment of the US Constitution, he didn't raise his voice, didn't react emotionally, but stood his ground through knowledge and calm determination. And that alone forced those who tried to assert illegitimate authority to back down. From local government offices to correctional institutions, when citizens are not easily intimidated or misled by vague commands, freedom is upheld through action, not just theory. Thank you for watching until the end. If you believe that transparency, accountability, and liberty are worth defending, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this video with Mr. White. Because understanding the law isn't just for debate, it's how we protect ourselves rightfully.